Hi, I'm Will from Heartland, and I'm in Indiana. State is still celebrating the Hoosiers national title win in football. Really impressive, 16-0. Have to wonder, are they the best team ever? I certainly don't know the answer to that, but I think they have to be in the conversation. But I'm not here to talk about football. I'm here to talk about our 10 principles of value investing. I'm visiting with a company that's been on our watch list for some time. They're a manufacturer of transportation equipment. You've undoubtedly seen their product on the roads, whether it's in your suburb or your city or on the highway. They're a dominant player in what they do, but despite having a dominant position, their business tends to be very cyclical, very volatile. It's just the buying pattern of their customers. So what I'm trying to understand on this trip is, where are we in the cycle? We're in the bust phase. The industry typically has big booms and then busts. We think we're at the trough right now, but trying to understand what kind of recovery we're going to have here. So that's something I want to talk about. We think that's a catalyst because we have an upcycle brewing here, but that's something that they don't control. So we want to get a little bit more perspective on some of the self-help catalysts that they've been doing here in this downturn in terms of diversifying their revenue stream. One principle that I haven't talked about in these videos is earnings dynamics, and meeting with a cyclical business really helps bring that to life. So we plot out in our research what we think the company is going to earn on a quarterly basis. And it's a good tool to understand whether or not an idea is actionable from a buy and sell side. When you sum those four quarters, you get to obviously the annual EPS, which leads into one of our other 10 principles, the price to earnings. And in this case, we really want to understand what the peak earnings potential of this business is when we get out of this trough, if you will. And then leading to another 10 principle, valuation. What kind of multiple will investors put on that peak earnings? Now, we don't know exactly where we are in this cycle. Again, we think we're at the trough, but if it's a U-shaped recovery or this trough extends longer than we think, it gets back to one of our other 10 principles, financial soundness. Is their balance sheet in good enough shape to survive additional pressure in their end markets? So a good summation of how we look at prospective ideas when we're researching them from a watch list standpoint and maybe graduated into an inclusion in the portfolio. You might wonder why we look at volatile businesses like this. Just because it's a volatile business doesn't mean it's not a good investment. And the reality is today, too, we're finding that there's a lot of cyclicals, whether it's on the industrial side or the material side, that have not participated in the broader equity uptrend because of things like COVID overhangs, tremendous demand, then a drop off in demand, layer in inflation, labor pressure, then tariffs, etc. A lot of those things are still prevalent, but the headwind is less stiff. In fact, some of them might be in the rearview mirror. So it's presenting some really unique opportunities out there that we think have been unexploited. If you want to find more about this or learn more about this, check out our website. I hope 2026 is treating you well. Thanks for watching and take care.